Warning: the following video contains extreme rambling and mild explicit language. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dana Cecile and I make videos about art and my artistic life. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please be sure to hit subscribe so that you can see more videos from me. So for today's video, I'll be doing a make and chat where I'll be working on a piece from start to finish and chatting with you about some thoughts I've been having recently. I decided to name this series Make and Chat because I like to work in different mediums from time to time, and I also wanted to be inclusive with whatever mediums you all choose to work in. For today, I'll be doing a reference study of my friend Aurelie, who so graciously gave me permission to use her image for this video. I'm really excited to work on this piece because it's going to be a really fun color study. I'll be working with the Arteza Gouache and Watercolor sketchbook, and I'll be sure to link the materials in the description below. Now let's go ahead and get started. So, it's officially September. There's a few things from last month that I wanted to follow up with you guys about. And I also just kind of want to discuss my general feelings about where I am with my artistic career right now. To begin with, I wanted to let you all know that I did not get picked for that fellowship program. If you watched my vlog from August, you would know that I was working on my application for a fellowship program, and I never heard back from anyone. And I was disappointed originally. But I think that ultimately it's for the best, and I think that there's still some ways in which I need to grow to be better prepared for something of that magnitude, which is something I think I knew before I even put in an application, but I'm glad that I went through that process anyway because it kind of helped me mentally prepare for any type of future endeavors I may try to go on. And I think it's really good that I got an artist statement out of it, which isn't something I really had before. So all in all, I'm happy for the experience that I did get, and I accept the results. I feel like the universe is going to put me where I need to be when I need to be there, and this just wasn't the right time. So I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to let it deter me, and I'm just going to keep working as hard as I can on elevating my art in the ways that I'm able to. So with that said, I've been feeling very in purgatory and not really sure on how to move forward with things. I know I started the project series for my whip videos a couple of months back, and I have been kind of like going back to it, but honestly not dedicating the time to it that I originally wanted to. And not because I'm giving up on it, but because I feel like through the past few months, I've realized that what needs to happen with my art is much bigger than just identifying what type of things I want to illustrate. And it's going to take a different approach than just practicing and building a portfolio. And honestly, I don't feel like a portfolio that I could build right now would even reflect the type of art that I think I'll be doing in 6 months or even in a couple of months. I don't feel like it would be sincerely me. And the trouble is, I don't really know what sincerely me is. I've gone through this really massive transition with myself on a personal level, but I haven't really crossed that threshold artistically. I've explored mediums, I've developed my skills quite a bit, But in terms of what is my art, who am I as an artist, what does my art mean to me, and what is my art trying to say, I can't really say that I know. I feel like the things that I create from an inspired place. Usually that inspiration is surrounding my appreciation and diversity of what I feel is my femininity and what I admire and appreciate about other feminine beings. But I don't feel like my art has my voice. And so I've been kind of battling with, what do I do now? Like, how do I begin to even excavate what those things could be? And I turned to some outside sources. I've talked to my best friend about it plenty of times. I've had conversations with my boyfriend about it. I go to YouTube to listen to other artists discuss their journeys. And my God, guys, Creative Pep Talk podcast has been crazy for my artistic enlightenment. And in particular, I was listening to the episode about the 3 journeys to creative transcendence, and I think that's kind of where it clicked for me, that my art is lacking a voice. My art is lacking something deeper and more meaningful than just the aesthetic. And I've always felt that I poured myself into my work, but maybe that's only from an energy standpoint. Maybe there's more that needs to go into it, and there's more about me that I need to unlock and discover, which is like a mouthful, right? But especially as I'm learning how to work in gouache and work with color, which is deeply out of my comfort zone. Like, I can't emphasize enough how out of my comfort zone working in color has been this year. But it's something that I knew I needed. It's something that I've known for some time I wanted to learn, and it's a challenge that I needed to take on for myself, because I know that I won't elevate unless I get out of my bubble. So some of the stuff that I'm hoping to do is let myself be comfortable with like experimentation and with not having so much control over the outcomes of things. This is something that I explored pretty heavily when I first started working with watercolors. That was in 2012. So it's been a good 7 years since I really gave myself like full-blown freedom to just let the work create itself. And I sort of miss that version of my artistic expression, that kind of just like letting myself be a tool for the creation instead of being so rigid about what it looks like and every little piece being in place. And like, even when I work in ink, I really want to just loosen up a little bit. I love line work. It is the thing that I think that I am best at. It's the thing that makes me feel like warm and fuzzy on the inside, but I also think that that comes from a limitation on how I've allowed myself to be expressive and what types of things I've allowed myself to make. And so like, I'm really excited at the prospect of going into something and not having a plan. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to do over the next month, is really approach things openly. And I'm thankful that I've taken this time to hone those more mechanical skills, because I'm able to bring some of that in and incorporate it in new ways, which is also something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. Even back when I was in college, one of my biggest goals was to find a way to marry the way that I draw with the way that I paint. And I'm only recently coming to a place where I can kind of see it in my head and like have a vision for what that could be. I just mean in terms of like an approach. Having some clearer direction about how that could work out. And God, I know I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. I've just been having all of these really existential kind of thoughts and conversations with myself. And I feel like I can't be the only one. I can't be the only person that kind of goes through these motions with themselves and wonders like, damn, am I a basic bitch? And what I mean by that is, could I have more depth in my work than I'm giving myself credit for? And I really, at this point, believe that I could. And so now it's like, okay, how do I learn this shit? How do I figure it out? Where do I even start? And I've been feeling this way and thinking these things for months now. And so it's just like, it's crazy that it's almost fall and I haven't really started. I'm really, really happy that I've put myself into gouache, because I think that's something I kind of needed to loosen myself up a little bit to the idea. But now I'm just trying to find my feet, trying to find like the stones in the pathway that's going to lead me to my goal. And I can't act like I haven't been feeling sort of discouraged and maybe a little bit disappointed with how some things have been going. First of all, Instagram is basically at a dead halt. I accept it, it's fine. I'm more so at this point just using it as a platform to kind of hoard all of my art and to be able to show it to people if someone were to ask me about it. But like, I invest myself into my YouTube channel pretty consistently, and I like doing YouTube. It's a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy making videos. I actually kind of enjoy the editing process. But the growth is very slow. And while I accept that and I embrace that, it's a journey, it's gonna happen in its own timing, the way that it should, as long as I'm doing what I should be doing and investing myself into it, then it's gonna happen the way it's supposed to. But sometimes the slow pace just makes me wanna stop, or it makes me feel like I'm overexerting myself. Like, why am I putting so much into this and I'm not getting the same energy back? But I think that's just insecurity. I think that's just doubt. And I think that's just fear trying to creep into my head and take me off of my path. And I feel like everybody goes through that. Everybody has those moments or those days where it's just like you're burnt out, you're tired, and you want the work to be worth it. And when you're not in a position where you can see the payoff of that work really clearly, it can be very overshadowing. It will just cloud your vision. So I fight with myself on and off sometimes, just like holding on to it and bringing myself back and remembering like, no, there's a reason I'm doing this. And I know in my heart and in my spirit, there's nothing else that I want to be doing with my time. Over exaggerating, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm just trying to do everything that I can to keep myself on the path. I've had a lot of people whisper doubts in my ear, tell me what they're concerned about, worried about. Oh, well, how is art gonna pay the bills and all of those things? But like, I'm not worried about that. I want to be happy, and I can't imagine myself being happy unless I'm able to make and create. it's the thing that fulfills me the most and that I'm best at and that I have the most confidence in. So I'm just working to not doubt myself anymore and to open myself up to learning, open myself up to evolving. I'm ready for the change. I wish it was closer, but I embrace where I am. And I'm very thankful for where I am because I'm in a very blessed position. But yeah, it's tough sometimes, guys. We just gotta stay focused, and don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the process. If you feel like you need a break, do that. Take that for yourself. Don't overwork yourself, but don't let anything outside of you, and really don't even let yourself, stop you from doing the thing that fulfills you and that can give you peace and can give you satisfaction. Because it's just so important. And what is life if you're not enjoying your day-to-day experience, But then again, that could just be me. I understand that some people are content with finding a job that they, are good at and they don't mind doing and pays well and provides in other ways so that they can be fulfilled outside of their job, which is a place that I used to be in, but it's just, I've evolved beyond that now. I just know that this is what I love, so I'm just going to keep on doing it. Another thing that I've been thinking a lot about is my online store. The results from my online shop sometimes feel discouraging because I've invested a lot into it, especially monetarily. And I haven't made a lot of sales. I've sold a few things. God, I'm so grateful for all of those people who have bought stickers or bought original art. Thank you so much, because you have no idea how much those little packages mean to me. Wrapping up my artwork to send off to people makes me so happy. I wish that things were selling better. I wish that there was a little bit more momentum in that area, but again, I embrace the timing of everything. I did get my first set of prints in, which is super exciting. I'm still having to figure out some things with how I'm editing my work before I send them off to a printer, but I think in general, they came out really lovely, and I'm hoping that people are going to like them. Those are available in my shop, by the way, if anybody wants to buy a print. It is of the Arteza demo piece I've entitled Adelina, and you can purchase that in my shop, which I'll have linked below. But at any rate, yeah, so now what? Now what is the big question? This month I have a lot going on. That sounds so dramatic, but maybe it just feels like a lot. There's all this stuff going on with my day job that I'm not even going to get into, but it's very busy, and there's a bit of a transitional period that I'm still in there. But overall, I think because I have work to do, I'm feeling pretty okay about my day job at the moment, which I'm thankful for, because it's better for me to be in a good mindset when I'm there, because then it's more likely for me to be in a good mindset when I get home, and I'll be able to put myself into my art appropriately. I do have some side hustle gigs that I'm doing a couple of weekends, I think this month. My nephew is due this month, and God knows when that's gonna happen, so I'm just kind of on standby waiting for the phone call. I'm also planning on starting Inktober, I think a week or a week and a half early this year, because I'm going to Japan at the end of October. I can't even like get into how excited and freaked out and like even kind of in disbelief I am about my Japan trip. I feel like I'm going to talk about that more in October, so I'm going to wait and we'll discuss that more later. But yeah, because of the Japan trip, I wanted to start Inktober a little bit early, especially because I want to have as little stress going into the week of Japan as I possibly can. And I know that I want to have videos for every week of October, so I'll still be posting October 1st through the 31st, but just, you know, I'll just be working on it a little bit early. And then I am hoping to do some work on project 2 of my project series that I started back in June. And I'm also hoping to start some experimental pieces and just kind of get my hands dirty and figure some stuff out, because I really just need the space to make some ugly art for a while and figure out what that art means and figure out what I need it to say. So wish me the best of luck with that. So yeah, a lot of preparation going on this month, a lot of self-reflection. I need to figure myself out, and I need to put it on paper. And I'm really hoping that I can share that with you guys and that you are able to like appreciate that part of my journey too, because I'll be honest, like I was a little bit worried and disappointed with myself because of the whip series, and like I wanted that to be something that I could do consistently. And like, okay, so now I have a consistent project every single month, and it just hasn't worked out that way. But I feel like that was the bigger point of that series, was to find myself as an artist and to make the best work that I'm able to. And I need to give myself permission to go with whatever flow is necessary to achieve that goal. And so originally I thought it was building a portfolio, and now I'm realizing it's so much more than that. So I'm excited to share that part of things with you guys too, and I'm pretty sure that will be a big part of my next whip episode. But yeah, guys, I think that's really it. I can't think of anything else that I really want to say right now. I really hope that you guys got something out of this. I hope that this conversation can keep going. Like, if you have any input or if you have any advice or just want to share your own experiences with me, please leave me a comment below. I would absolutely love to hear where you guys are with your artistic journeys. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me make this piece. I had such a fun time with it. I'm really satisfied with how it came out, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And again, I will have a link to my materials in the description. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end. I keep saying thank you. I'm gonna keep saying thank you. Thanks, guys. All right, peace.